Cybersecurity for Adroit Solutions, an extensive study of threats, cybersecurity strategy, risk analysis and treatment, control recommendations, and incident response plan by Arun Shrestha. Cyber threats to the organization. They are DDoS attack, phishing attack, cryptovirus or ransomware attack, system intrusion like malware and virus attacks, insider threat, system overheating, data breaches. Current cybersecurity strategy. More data are available online, more areas are vulnerable to attack due to new technology, easily available hacking tools, the business is growing, and new and sophisticated tools are used for hacking. Priorities for cybersecurity in the organization. Disaster recovery. The DR plan needs to be in place so that if something goes wrong, the data is easily and promptly restored. Transformation of culture. Everyone should take responsibility for cybersecurity strategy, and they should promptly inform the authorities in case of any cyber attacks. Key internal stakeholders of cybersecurity: Chief Executive Officer, Chief Information Officer, Programmer, and users. Current cybersecurity strategy. There are DR, transformation of culture, setting up a vision, and building the right team are the current cybersecurity strategy. Position of business in NIST CFF implementation tiers. There are 4 implementation tiers: partial implementation, risk informed, repeatable, adaptive. Our business sits in tier 3, repeatable, because it enables the users to respond to incidents, and they can identify the risk and timely respond to incidents. We have trained the users and given them guidelines how to respond to cyber attacks. For example, if a phishing attack occurs, then the users will know how to deal with it, and they won't open the email, and they will directly notify the authorities. Identification of roles and responsibilities. CEO has the responsibilities of defining the scope, objectives, and priorities of the cybersecurity strategy. CIO has the responsibilities of planning regarding the information security, budgeting, and performance of benchmarking. Programmer has the responsibility of ensuring CIA, that's confidentiality, integrity, and availability to the data they own. User has a responsibility of sticking to the cybersecurity rules and reporting any breaches. Risk analysis of Adroit Solutions priority assets. There are 5 kinds of assets. Servers, they have the threat of overheating and DDoS and cryptovirus attack. Impact is critical, probability is medium in both of them. The asset is database, threat is insider threat, credential based attack. Impact is critical, probability is medium. PC and laptops, threat is intrusion, system intrusion, malware, and ransomware attack. Impact is medium, probability is medium. Asset is company website, threat is DDoS attack. Impact is medium, probability is low because firewall is in place and correctly configured. Asset software programs, the threats are malware, virus, and internal credential based attack. Impact is critical in both of them. Probability for malware is medium, and for credential based attack is low because passwords applied and employees are trained. Impact probability matrix. For servers, overheating threat, impact score is 5, probability score is 2, risk score is 10. For DDoS and cryptovirus attacks on servers, impact is 5, probability score is 4, risk score is 10. Likewise, there are impact score, probability score, and risk score for all the threats and assets. Risk treatment of Adroit Solutions assets. For servers, overheating action is mitigate because the required tasks are scheduled. For DDoS and cryptovirus attack, action is mitigated. Employees are trained and anti-malware software are installed and updated. Likewise for database, insider threat, credential-based attack mitigated. PC and laptops action is mitigated. Company website DDoS attack action is accept. Firewall configured correctly, but not much important because business is not done through website. Software programs for malware and virus, it's mitigated. Anti-malware and antivirus programs installed and updated regularly, and backups taken regularly. Software programs internet threat accepted, low risk, and employees are trained. Preventative strategies for stages of DDoS and ransomware attack. Renaissance, looking for vulnerabilities. Preventative measures are closing unnecessary ports. They may scan ports to carry out DDoS attacks, may send phishing emails to carry out ransomware attack, install antivirus and anti-malware software to prevent this, and employees are trained not to open suspicious emails. Weaponization and delivery is the second stages. Attackers' actions, it starts within the attacker's network and starts sending large number of traffic and sending emails with virus and malware. Block the port. Preventative measures. Antivirus and anti-malware malwares need to be installed. Mail filters such as MailGuard are used. For exploitation, the attacker starts exploiting the vulnerabilities and weak points. Preventive measures are strengthen the ports, install antivirus and anti-malware, and train employees how to tackle with the suspicious emails. For installation, attacker is already in the system, and their action is to move within the system to install malicious software. Preventive measures is stop inflow to malicious internet traffic immediately. Prevent automatic installation of malware on the system, and restrict use of local admin access. Command and control. Attacker sets up communication channel to the infrastructure. Preventive measures is ports need to be closed, outbound traffic needs to be closed, and use of granular control applications. Actions and objective. Actions actively attackers actively perform the action by overflow traffic. Take all the information and get the files locked. To prevent these, actively block ports, block outbound command, and implement granular controller applications. Incident response plan in the event of a data breach. Overview, introduction, and purpose. So there was an attack of phishing email on 15th of November 2019, and business drivers for this response plan are several confidential data disclosed to the unsafe environment, wrong emails which cannot be recalled, and laptops and PCs are stolen, and the PCs are not locked, so they can get the data out of that. So codes and databases are the targets. The data breach can cause negative impact on our finances. If confidential information of our clients and vendors are released, it can negatively impact relationship with them. Incidents and assets covered by this response plan. Disclosing codes, databases, and emails to unauthorized people. Confidential information of a vendor is disclosed. Phishing email steal confidential information. Assets covered are codes and databases and bank details and staff information. These responsible people are managers, information security and compliance, IT, legal, public relations, and human resources. Stages of information incident response: preparation, identification, containment, eradication, recovery, lessons learned. In the preparation stage, team should suitably be prepared for incident response. Teams should be notified legal and management. The incident response plans, policy procedures should be in place. Actions to be taken, like make sure our parties know their roles and effective line of communication established. Stakeholders are the external parties. Staff regularly trained about phishing emails and how to deal with. Identification: the incident, determine if the incident has taken place and find out the extent and magnitude of the problem. The persons to be notified are manager and IT, and reports should be done to external entities. Categorization should be done if it is severe or if it impacts the financial transactions. Containment, it should limit the damage to the company. Short-term and long-term containment are there. Immediately inform the management. Long-term is to train staff to control the attack in the future. Antivirus should be updated. Mail guard should be asked to update mail filter. Eradication, bring back the system to the clean state. Banking details need to be changed, like antivirus and anti-malware need to be updated. Recovery, after clean system is established, bringing back this production system and recover data. Update, this may involve updating the banking details and credentials. Management and financial team are involved. It may even indicate starting new fresh bank account. Lessons learned, this should reflect on how the problem occurred and how it can be mitigated, or how it could be resolved with minimal loss. And the policy should be in place. The employees should be trained. Antivirus and anti-malware should be updated, and in this case management, IT and finance teams are to work closely, and users need to be trained properly on how to deal with phishing attack. Legal obligations about around disclosure. There are different legal obligations in different places. In EU, if the Australian business is organization is doing business, they should follow GDPR, and in Australia there is notifiable data breach (NDB), which came into effect on 22nd February 2018. Applies to companies with annual turnover greater than 3 million Australian dollar and handles public information, personal information. It must notify the Office of Australian Information Commissioner (OAIC), and it must directly inform the people whose information is exposed. Eligible data breaches for NDB. Unauthorized access or disclosure of personal information held by an organization likely result in serious harm to one or more individuals. The organization cannot not able to prevent the risk of serious harm through remedial action, and there are some exceptions like Australian Federal Police and Immigration Department, which are not liable to, which are not responsible, like they may not be forced to disclose the data breach. NDB scheme in notifying individuals. They should notify all individuals and who are in risk of serious harm. They should proactively publish notifications if the above options are not practical. When notifying individuals, statements must include identify and contact details of the organization, description of eligible data breach, types of information concerned, and recommended steps the person should take in response to the data breach. Effective disclosure. Preserving the company's credibility with all constituencies like customers, consumers, partners, etc. Company speaks with one voice. Provide confirmed facts. Coordinate all public communication with legal counsel. Prepare for potential negative legal, financial, and customer risk scenarios. To do this, we have to reassure all parties. We are taking steps to contain and fix the problem. Portray that your company is in control of the situation. Appoint someone to liaise with the media, and ensure statements are made to minimize damage in the eyes of customers, consumers, and investigators. Thank you.